Hey everyone, Rick from European Motors here. Now, I saw a video from Vehicle Versions highlighting Ferrari and what they're trying to do with a completely new electric vehicle. Pretty much no engine, just an electric motor. So, piggybacking on that idea, we want to talk about the FCA boss Sergio Marchionne, the relatively new CEO who has been he was also the CEO of Dodge, as well as the Fiat Chrysler Group, which he is now running. And look at this very interesting quote: "If there is an electric supercar to be built, then Ferrari will be the first." That is very interesting because there already are electric supercars, and so I don't really know what he's alluding to. He says people are amazed at what Tesla did with a supercar. I'm not trying to minimize. Ooh, right there, shot to the gut. I'm not trying to minimize what Elon Musk did, but I think it's doable by all of us. Wow. And he says we do it because we have to do it. And so, I mean, Sergio Marchionne was the guy who said, yeah, let's put turbos in these Ferraris. Let's make them really good for standards and for more power and all these things. And if you think about it, while they are selling 488s, a lot of 48 owners are selling their 48s to go back to 458s. And that just speaks for itself, the fact that the older car is much more pure, much more enjoyable. Now look at this article over here. It's talking about why Ferrari engineers don't like turbos. And it's the idea of yes, it reduces emissions, it does all these things. You get no reduction in performance, but there's something missing. There's something missing that you can't really compute. It's the idea of the raw, guttural car is gone. I've driven a Tesla myself, and it's a wonder how quickly it can go. But there is no soul in that car. You feel like you're driving a really fast golf cart. That's pretty much it. We go over to Lamborghini and his CEO, and he says he doesn't want turbo cars. Now he says if there's a point where it has to, there's no option, he will. But if you think about it, there are no turbo Lambos up to now. However, the only exception is the Urus, the four-door SUV. However, if you think about that, I mean, yes, it is a Lambo, but it's almost, if you go back to the LM SUV that Lamborghini had in the 90s, it is a Lambo, but it's also not. It's a totally different car. It's not really a supercar. And so if you look over here, they aren't planning on turbocharging their engines. At least now, what Lamborghini is going to do is instead do something else. They're going to start to put electric motors in their cars, kind of like Ferrari did, kind of like the Porsche 918, and instead reclaim the sound, reclaim the naturally aspirated engine, just assisted by electric power. I think that is the way to go, not so much the turbo way. People are having problems with their turbo anyway. Marchionne issues a warning to Ferrari threat skeptics. Now this is interesting. A lot of people got really upset that he said this. So what he said was that he wanted to have Ferrari quit the F1 racing team, and he said they didn't want Ferrari to race in F1 anymore. And people are saying, why are you going to do this? Well, he said that it was his way of saying, well, if Ferrari does it, they're the most successful team, then everyone else is going to do it. Basically, he said, I am the leader and everyone's going to follow. He says making cars all the same with simpler and cheaper engines is like NASCAR. It doesn't interest us, he said. We need to find a balanced solution for the future that satisfies everyone, and I think we will do it in time. Otherwise, Ferrari will leave. And if they, the skeptics, think we are bluffing, they are playing with fire. Now, of course, he's not saying that he's going to leave because the engines are now V6s and that they're turbo, nothing like that. He just says, hey, I think we can leave and everyone else is going to have to leave. So we are what is holding, we are the glue to F1. And that's a really interesting thing. So let me know what you think. How is this going to work out for Ferrari? I mean, the fact that they want to make a 100% electric vehicle, how are you going to keep that soul in there? Lamborghini says that if they ever do that, like I said, they're going to go into electric motors so that you can hear the sound and be assisted with extra power from the electric motors. This is why, in my opinion, Lamborghini is floating above Ferrari, and Ferrari is slowly lowering itself in the rankings. I mean, if you think about it, the Scuderia is such a guttural, even though it's an older car, it's such a guttural Ferrari car. And now we have something like the 48 that is super fast, but it is also not the most interesting car in terms of what a Ferrari owner wants to see. So I want to hear your thoughts down below. I'm really interested in reading them. We'll see you all next time, and don't forget to drive safe.